Hi, my name's David Baker from Monolithic Power Systems. Today I'd like to talk to you about the new MAXxx MA800 family of contactless magnetic angle sensors for use in rotary interface applications. The MA800 family uses a unique contactless magnetic angle sensing system called spin-axis. This system captures the angle of a simple two-pole disc magnet that's typically mounted in the shaft of the rotating knob. It then outputs the angle information in digital format to the system. Because it's a contactless system, it's able to replace unreliable potentiometers or mechanical switch solutions which usually have limited life due to contact wear or to dirt getting into their mechanisms. The MA800 family also has the ability to detect the distance of the magnet to the sensor surface, and in this way it's possible to make the rotary switch also act as a push button. Typical application for this might be a washing machine interface where the rotary knob is used to select the machine program and the knob can be pressed to start or pause the program. Now let's look in a bit more detail about the features of the MA800 family and how you might use them in a real system. The MA800 family is packaged in a small 3x3 quad flat pack package. If we take a closer look at the block diagram, we can see the functions in more detail. Firstly, we have the spin axis front end. This is the part of the sensor that measures the angle of the rotating magnet. There are three members of the MA800 family. The MA800 outputs the angle as an 8-bit value over either an SPI or SSI style interface that can be read into a microprocessor. 8 bits means you can detect 256 unique angles. The MA820 features a quadrature ABZ interface. Each channel, A or B, can be programmed to have from 1 to 64 pulses per complete rotation. Quadrature means that these channels are 90-degree phase shifted to each other, which allows the system to detect the rotation direction. The Z output is an index pulse, which pulses once when the magnet has rotated a full 360 degrees. Finally, the MA850 outputs a PWM waveform. The duty cycle of this varies directly with the angle. PWM can also be filtered to provide linear analog voltage that replicates the output of a traditional potentiometer. In this way, the MA850 can be retrofitted to existing potentiometer-based systems. All three members of the MA800 family feature programmable magnetic field detection thresholds. These allow the position of the magnet's distance to the sensor surface to be detected and allow a push-button action to be implemented in software. Non-volatile memory is included on the sensor to store configuration parameters, normally the zero position index to set the offset of the knob and the number of pulses per turn for the MA820's ABZ quadrature interface. Now let's take a closer look at using the MA800. Here we have a simple demo with the sensor mounted on a small printed circuit board that we've put beneath some plexiglass with a hole for the rotary knob. The sensor connects into a Windows PC via a small microcontroller board which generates the necessary USB interface signals. We also have a typical white goods control knob with a 5mm diameter by 3mm deep neodymium magnet. This is a diametrically polarized two-pole magnet. A simple spring mechanism allows us to implement the push-button action. Looking at the sensor and magnet side on, you can see that we can vary the spacing distance from about 5mm down to around 1mm or less. The MA800 sensor is able to work easily over this range and maintain its 8-bit angle resolution. MPS provides a Windows graphical user interface that allows the measured angle to be seen clearly on a 0 to 360 degree scale. It also allows the setting of sensor parameters such as the knob's zero position offset and the magnetic threshold levels for the push-button detect feature. An additional application example is illustrated by a simulated washing machine control interface. You can see that as I turn the knob, I can highlight different program machine cycles and can select them by pressing the selector knob. So to summarise, the MA800 family provides a simple, cost-effective way to increase reliability and functionality in Rotary user interfaces, such as white good controls, automotive systems control, or general menu scrolling or volume control applications. Different sensor output options including digital SPI, quadrature ABZ or PWM allow the MA800 family to fit a wide variety of applications. Thank you for listening today. More information on the MA800 family and our other magnetic angle sensing products can be found at the MPS website, www.monolithicpower.com. Goodbye.